should ask the Europeans and the world team if they won't compete. Because if you look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now, let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're going to question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro. And I just think a lot of times, I'm just saying that I can read between the lines. It's not just about you. It's just an overall topic that everybody's talking about. You just have to ask me that question.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Since he can read between the lines, damn it, let's get our reading glasses out too. Let's read between the lines because guess what? This is the consequence of USA versus the world, right? A little patriotism here, a little tribalism here, a little otherism here. All the mad isms are going to come out, which may not be a net positive for the league, right? Like Draymond was saying, in the midst of this, it might seem like, oh, this is cool. This is another gimmick that's working. But then what's the overall sum, right? What's the net gain? Is it positive or negative? Here's the thing about it to me. Generally, nobody cares about the All-Star game because everybody woke up as an athlete and realized, dog, why are we doing this extra credit for not the same amount? You know how much we get paid? You know how much my brand is worth? You know how much I am worth? And see, it's crazy because people don't want to talk like that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to have that conversation. I'm like, why not? Everybody tells you as soon as you go pro, treat your body like it's a what? Business. And you are the CEO of your body, which is the CEO of your business. And the guys who take that seriously, right, what they eat, we're going to talk about LeBron James and how some of his teammates and players be like, dog, say what you want. The dedication levels are next level. The ones who are super great were dedicated. That doesn't mean they were always doing disciplined things. Some guys party their ass off, Lawrence Taylor, etc., all the way to the Hall of Fame. Some guys did. They just had that in them, right? I got to be crazy to be crazy, right? That's how it goes. Some guys all in, first in, last out, you know? But it doesn't matter how you did it, but you were still dedicated. That's why I didn't say disciplined. I said dedicated. You got to be in that thing. And nobody's, it's okay. Nobody's in that thing. Oh, but they used to be. Well, they used to not have the same opportunities. They used to not have the same resources. They used to be stuck. They used to not be able to create a super team. They used to not have leverage over their franchise. Don't y'all see how even this is? Don't y'all see that they the same dudes just pointing at each other, Spider-Man meme? But like, damn it, you are what I wish I was. Old heads, I know it. I talk to them. Now, they ain't going to leak it out for the brand because that's what an old head does. That generation didn't even believe in mental health. That generation didn't even believe in feelings. That generation didn't even believe they could do things. And then they were able to do it. That's why they always look back. It's two old heads always. It's always only two types of old heads. It's like the Shaq and Barkley old heads who going to tell you, man, this messed up. These suckers suck. And they make it way more than us, right? And then it's this old head. Hey, we had our day, and now it's their turn to take the baton, and it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but, you know, it's only two old heads. They both saying the same thing. God, dog, y'all didn't walk in our shoes. Y'all stood on our shoulders, and that's what you're supposed to do. It's kind of like a family, right? Your son ain't supposed to walk in your shoes. If your son walks in your shoes, you did something wrong. Your son's supposed to climb up and stand on your shoulders so you can see more than even Pops did, right? So we're going to talk about Kevin Durant and what he said, and we really going to go there? Let's go there.
So if we're going to talk about what KD said, we're going to talk about what KD really said. Kevin Durant, he said last night, he said it with jokes and all that thing. What he said is that he's tired of the way that everybody uses when they talk specifically about NBA players, Black American NBA players. They always use every excuse to call them lazy and say they don't deserve the money that they get. This is a conversation that comes around all the time, and they use it specifically around all-star games. They use it with load management, use it with all this other stuff talking about these players. And Kevin Durant is simply pointing out everybody treats this game the same. Ask Luka these questions. Ask Jokic this question. Why is it when the NHL has a competitive U.S. versus the world tournament last year, it's about how the NBA players are lazy, and you're making character judgments on NBA players?
Oh, that was a great point. Okay, let's go. You know me. We keep it 1,000 on the show. It's always a light-skinned brother that's going to bring up that race extra heavy. I'm just telling you, I don't know what it is. It's almost like why you big, fast, and tall, somehow, some way you're going to find the NFL. Like, it just goes together. Okay, let's talk about it. Because he started off saying, look, man, why is KD got to talk about this thing? Right? And KD got to talk about this thing, but it's the thing that everybody has been dealing with. They don't want to play. The incentives don't match what the effort and what the sacrifice is. It's just like simple. Like who wants to be a school teacher? That's how I was growing up. Who wants to be a school teacher? A lot of hands went up until you found out what they had to go through and how much they were making. And then a lot of hands went down. Damn it, I got to become a lawyer. Do you really want to be a lawyer? No, but you know how much they make. Come on, we all grew up in the generation doctor, lawyer, right? A lot of people raise their hand, school teacher. Of course, we're moving athlete, we're moving celebrity, actor out the way. That's always going to lead, right? Because how much they make and how much love they get in vanity. Come on, man. So this is simple. So you're like, why are you going to KD? Well, one, we got to realize you got to go to KD more than you go to a Jokic. You got to go to him more than you go to a Luka because there's more KDs out there. See, we always forget this when we get into the emotional argument about race, that there is also just a logical argument. If you're going to talk about race in the NBA, you're going to talk about a lot of black people. You're going to talk about race in the NFL, you're going to talk about a lot of black people. And that's what's one thing that's kind of dicey about the whole conversation is you got to know about the sample pool, right? Like if we're going to take a poll, guess what? In the NFL, it's 55% black. If the NBA is 77% black. So when we talk good about the NBA, we should be giving a lot of that favor to the black player, which we do. Michael Jordan making $200-some million a year without even having to design another shoe. What are you talking about? So we talk good, but also what comes with it, which is called accountability, is the bad. So he's going to be a spokesman for the good and the bad, just like the quarterback. I get all the praise, but I also get the criticism. Hey, dog, you fumbled the ball 3 times when I handed it off to your ass, but they up here asking me these questions why the team can't win. I'm going to take it for you. But next time, hold on to the damn ball. Okay, you know what? I need to lead the team more, and I got to get us down the field and convert those field goals to touchdowns. Then he gets off the podium. He go in there, hey, dog, you ever fumble the ball again? That's what we doing. KD got to take it. It ain't that difficult. But then he went to the NHL versus NBA, which I love, because that could sometimes show you how these issues get Trojan horsed, right? How they all of a sudden, oh, man, you got to look out. You know, over there, what's good for them ain't good for you. Why is that? When they have a fight in the NHL, it's like, all right, pass the coffee. When they have a fight in the NBA, okay, suspend them all, Malice in the Palace, part 3, let's go. Why is that? Keep going, big dog. I like it.
That's what Kevin Durant is saying in that comment. He is saying, don't pinpoint us and use it as an excuse to call us lazy when everybody treats the game the same way. Now, we're talking about...
question.
Yeah.
Is he right? I know you're saying what Kevin Durant is saying. Is he right in your mind?
Yeah, there you go. Look at that face. He's like, oh, no, I just wanted to hide behind KD. What you gonna say now, partner? See, this is never a balanced conversation. It's so crazy because your assessments will never be a full perspective. You will be talking about what you feel. You'll be talking about what you see. You're not talking about all that exists. Oh, man, I love some sociology. I'll tell you all this. It's like, dog, this is a futile attempt. It's great conversation, great entertainment, but come on. Until I hear you say the positives, I can't just leave with only the negatives. Let's go, though.
Absolutely right.
Are they calling out just black NBA players?
They're using the way that the All-Star game is to talk about these 100 millionaire black American players. Absolutely, Stephen A. They did it all last year. You were here last year when they talked about the hockey tournament and using it to talk about NBA players. They do this in any way, any excuse that they can to talk about these players. They don't deserve the money. They don't respect the game and all stuff. That is part of the conversation at all times. And Kevin Durant also is right here, and I'm going to make this point too.
My man in the middle like, oh, shoot, I'm ready. But I don't know what I'm getting into. Okay, I keep hearing the words they. Y'all keep hearing they? I need names and numbers, brother. Names and numbers. That's what Coach said. Who was the they? You said you were up here last year, so is they Stephen A? Oh, it ain't? See, this is why these conversations never get somewhere, because when it gets sticky, cats be like, I got to be specific. If you're going to have a surgery, you can't just say, I'm going to open them up and figure it out. No. Where you going? Let's know.
That when we're talking about all-star games, the all-star games are never really competitive. They were like, we have some games that we remember. I remember the 2001 when Allen Iverson won MVP, 03 when
Dave, I'm going to stop you. I got to stop you, bro. I got to stop you.
That's not true.
You're not going to
I told you. Boy. I didn't even know he was going to lead. I stole his intro. Remember I said, well, if KD going to talk it, let's talk it. He said that. Okay, I didn't watch this video. I just knew the topic. I was like, we got to go there. Now, all-star games have never been competitive fully. Let's stop. Now, let me stop myself. I'm not talking about the 70s. I'm not talking about the early 80s, maybe. And I don't even think the early 80s. I certainly know from the mid-80s, no. I remember watching those games when I was young. I was like, oh, this is the all-star game because nobody yelling at each other when they jogging. Now, they played harder than they play now, of course. But once again, incentive-shaped behavior. You trying to build up a Jordan brand in the mid-80s. You got Magic and Bird going at it on Converse commercials, and Magic got a 25-year, $25 million contract. These guys are trying to get it out the mud. Forget the mud. They're trying to get it out the field. Black and white. Oh yeah. It was modern day. It ain't really slavery, but y'all know what they say with that term. I mean, the NBA was on tape delay. You wasn't even watching the game live. It was a struggle bus, and everybody was on it. Then they found this way, this marketing machine, this branding. They found a way to bring it because it was already the greatest recreational sport. You can't go nowhere without seeing somebody play some basketball or talk about after work, man, what you doing? You know I'm going to get some run. Let's go. Right? And they finally figured it out. Oh, we could connect them through the shoes. We could connect them. How do we connect those millions and millions of people who like this game, love this game, play this game, but ain't a part of this game? Just like pickleball. Pickleball been around for like 50 years. And then it took like COVID. It took cats to just slow down a little bit. And they're like, wait a minute. There is a sport that 8-year-olds can play with 80-year-olds and still have the same amount of fun. And the 80-year-old is like going hard as they can. The 8-year-old's going as hard as they can and they doing it together. You mean there's a sport that after 50 you can actually get better in? It's crazy. So sometimes it just takes time. It took them that time and they finally figured it out. Don't compare that to this. And even in those games, they didn't play as hard as they do in regular season games. Are you kidding me? So this whole narrative that we're going to defend like they ain't playing hard like they used to. No, they didn't play as hard as they used to in the regular season games either. But now we're here. To see the full clip, check out today's live stream. Blah, blah, blah.
Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. VINIA, not a powder, not a pill.
It's the Daily Chews 2X formula. And yeah, they taste good too.
It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so